Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today I have the crew from Warren County High School. Miss Nora's with us, and Mr. Ken Kneash, he's here. He's the principal. What do you do over there, Nora? You're like the jack of all trades.
Yes, I am the secretary at Warren County High School.
I see you there every time I walk in. You got this smiling face.
Yep, and when you call the school, she's the one that says, "Thank you for calling Warren County High School, where every child comes first."
Yep, I say it in my sleep now.
All right. There's a lot of stuff happening in December.
Yes.
Actually, starting tomorrow with the parade. I got the call today from Nikki. She says, both high school bands are going to be in the parade.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah,
it really it is, because we've had a few that bands didn't participate for a lot of reasons. But
cheerleaders. And we'll be there too. And then tomorrow is a big day at the high school because we host the Kiwanis Club Pancake Breakfast, which is always something that we like to do with the community, is share our cafeteria with them, and we're really excited to have them back again this year.
That's a pretty big event, too.
Yeah, it is. 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's funny, when it was over at E. Wilson, you go there and you're sitting in the little the elementary school chairs and thinking,
Yeah, and I hear they're gonna have some folks there as well, some vendors there. So
that'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be a really nice, and they do such a great job and an efficient job, and you're not sitting around waiting for pancakes or they're cold.
No.
They come hot off that press.
The only place you can get a buckwheat pancake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they have buckwheats and regular ones too.
Oh wow.
Do it. So what is the school? But you got something coming up on the 9th.
Yeah.
We do. We have our third annual holiday bazaar on December 9th. It's from 10 to 2. We're doing a couple fun things this year. Santa is coming from 11 to 1. He will be there. We're serving hot chocolate. We'll have candy canes, holiday music. We have well over 30 vendors this year. It's just really happening, and we have a lot of people still calling trying to get a table. So
these are local crafters and things.
Yes.
So it's a great place to get that last minute or first minute gift.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody too far outside of the area. I think at one point we did have somebody from Maryland when we did. This is our third annual one, so this is the third year we've been doing it. So every year we try to talk and figure out some different things. And of course, one of the things that we do is make sure that we don't have necessarily two of the same vendors.
Too many
it's all the same 31 bags. You come through and there's not a whole lot of selection. So that's what's important about getting some of those local artistry and doing those kinds of things. And then of course our DECA students, they prepare both breakfast and lunch. So if you're there and you're hungry, you have an opportunity to purchase a meal from our DECA crew, and I think they have a special.
They do have a special. If you bring a new and unopened toy for Toys for Tots, the DECA is going to give out a free sandwich entree if you bring a toy unwrapped and new for Toys for Tots. So that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And we will have holiday music again. And yes, DECA, they'll be there. And it's just going to be a blast. We had so much fun last year.
I'd like to give DECA a big shout out, too, because, we just had the game last night. Half and half, let's say. But, I don't know if people realize, it is on the Royal Examiner, but all we do is set up the equipment, and the DECA students do all the work. They do the camera, they do the announcements, they do the score, and they're doing all that. And last night they had 2 newbies on.
Oh.
I got them set up, and I showed them a little thing, and I said, "See you later," and I went down. And they did really good.
Oh, good.
Really good.
Awesome.
Good.
It was Alexa and I can't think of her name now. I lost it.
I don't know.
But they were brand new freshmen.
Oh, good.
And they'd never done anything like this before.
That's wonderful.
But they stepped up and they did a really good job.
Those DECA kids are amazing. They really are.
They were just 2 freshmen, but they followed the instructions, and actually they were some of the better ones. They did a really good job.
I'll have to listen to it because I was there. So I typically, if I go, I don't watch the video, but if I don't go, I always go to the Royal Examiner. I go there every morning to check my news.
Check
I watch those videos too. So
that's great.
Yeah,
but they did.
It's wonderful that you guys do that.
Mr. Gardner's done a great job with this crew. It's just grown and grown and grown. Well, they self-recruit. I mean, they're recruiting themselves. And,
absolutely.
And I know he said he started out with 10 and had 60 some this year. So
absolutely. And that's just one of the many activities. And some of our activities are really getting cranked up for the winter concert season. So the same day as the bazaar is the chorus concert directly after the bazaar. So we're hoping that we can get some folks to come down and check out that holiday concert. And then on the 17th of December at 3 o'clock is our annual band concert. So they've been working really hard at that.
That'll be fun.
And it's always a great concert. So it's free and open to the public. So come on by Warren County High School Auditorium at either one of those events.
So it's 9th at, say, 3 o'clock?
I think it's about 3 o'clock. We'll advertise that on the website. They book the auditorium from this time to this time, so I'm not quite sure when they start. But
so the chorus first, and then on the 17th, the band.
The band, yes.
And the band just won second place in that in a recent band competition.
And that was Atlantic Coast.
Yes. So there was 17 bands, I think he told Mr. Davis said, and they came in second. Yeah,
the unique thing about that particular group is that you compete with other bands that are the same size. So it's not necessarily the size of your school, but the size of your band.
Right.
And so it makes it more of a level playing field. And they did phenomenal. They won their region, and then they went to the entire competition in Hershey Park for the entire East Coast.
Yeah.
And so they did a phenomenal job by finishing second, got the highest score they've ever gotten.
Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Dingus last night, and he said they got a 94. I said, well, what did first place get? And he said 95. So, I mean, that was a tight
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to take all that equipment with you and set it up and do all of that stuff. So it's a challenge, and it's a lot of work. Yes, absolutely.
Really
yeah. And the theater group just won their competition as well.
Yes, they won the Region 3B Super Regional. There were 4 schools involved there, and they finished in first place, which means they'll be competing at Monticello High School on December 9th. In the afternoon. So if you want to head on down to Charlottesville to watch the state theater competition, there are 4 schools in that as well. So they'll be competing for a state title in one-act theater. So we wish those guys to, I guess, not good luck, but break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg.
Break a leg.
A lot of good stuff happens at Warren County High School.
Absolutely.
Perfect day to go to the holiday bazaar and then the theater.
And then this year, that last day of school, we always like to bring all the kids into the auditorium and sing Christmas carols and just have a good time together, do holiday trivia, ugly sweater contest. The kids get to pie a person every day that they're there. They get a ticket, and they get to vote on who gets pied at that assembly.
And it's never you.
No, it's never me, because I'm the one that counts the tickets. Are you kidding me?
You took the right job there.
Yeah. Although last year I got tricked, and Mr. Brown, our assistant principal, snuck up behind me and got me while I was talking on the mic. So.
Hey, tell us about when's the last day of school for break and when they go back, because some parents may not know.
Yes. So that Thursday, which is the 21st, I want to say. So that Thursday is the last day of school. It is a full day of school. And then they're off starting that Friday all the way through till, I want to say, January 4th.
January 4th. Yeah, because we have professional days, and then they have,
So we usually have off until the 1st, and then we do 2 professional days, because we're switching semesters at that point. So our high school students will come back to 4 new teachers and classes in January. So we have those 2 days for them to get prepared.
That's something kind of new you've done here recently. Used to have the break wouldn't be until the middle of January, and then you come back after break, and then they do their testing. And I like it. The idea is when you come back after break, you should start all fresh.
Yeah.
Well, that's another big thing that starts next week, our SOLs. So we start our math SOLs on the 7th and 8th. Right. So kids are jumping into those tests and getting ready to take those tests next week. So we're excited. It's an exciting time.
So I'll put you on the spot. How's the school doing on SOLs and truancy and attendance and all these kind of things for your accreditation? I didn't warn him I was going to ask him that.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. So we haven't taken any SOLs yet. This will be the first. So first semester starts that process. They have done the writing portfolio, which we've switched from a one set writing test to every year, 9th, 10th, and 11th. The students submit a writing portfolio sample, and it gets scored. And if it gets scored high enough, then that counts as their writing test. If they don't at their freshman year or their junior year or their senior year, but they show enough progress, that also counts as a pass on that writing test. So they're showing progress. So they did that in October, November. And then now we're into that point where we're going to take SOL. So we'll see how we're doing. I've talked to teachers. They feel very confident that their kids are going to be successful on that. And part of that is attendance. So we're working real hard. We're calling parents. We're meeting with parents and students. And we're talking to students every day about the importance of being at school. And we want kids to know that school is a safe place. It's a fun place to be. You're going to learn, but you're also going to feel comfortable, and things like, the county providing free lunches for these kids is so important because the kids know they can get a very good meal during the school day. And it's just all of those things that kind of link together.
It's like a community.
Right.
Yes, when you're connected to a place, you're more likely to go.
Yeah, you got roots.
Yeah, yeah, and you have somebody on your side or rooting for. I don't want to disappoint Mr. McCool if I'm not in his class. And so we have those kinds of relationships and connections which build that sense of community so that you want to go to school, because not just to see your friends, because now with the online thing, you can FaceTime your friends anytime, chat with them anytime. So we've lost that ability to say this is the social epicenter for teenagers. So now we have to make it even more of a place that they want to be at. So we try really hard. And the teachers do such a phenomenal job of, like Mr. Gardner or Mr. Dingus or FFA or some of these other programs where kids come to school, for the arts.
The program.
And they want to be part of it.
The program is the driving force to get them there. And the other stuff, they just...
Right. The athletes will come because they have practice and they can't miss school because of practice. Right. But those electives and things, kids go, I don't want to miss a day of theater or chorus or something because I like it so much. So that really helps.
Well, I wanted to put you on the spot because, that's something that's a national problem with after a couple years of, school lockdowns and changes, they're finally realizing that, we've lost a couple years.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Or a year and a half without the connection, you lose that connection.
Well, and that's the age where you're developing those social skills and things.
Absolutely. Yeah. Middle school is important in that regard, too, because you really find your social groups and things like that at the middle school. And then when they come to the high school, they kind of already have that group of friends, and it'll change a little bit, but oftentimes it just kind of stays steady from there. Yeah. So, what we offer are opportunities to really find that thing that you want to do for the rest of your life.
All right. I'll put you on another spot. Did you read the story on the Royal Examiner about the program that we have now for teacher shortages?
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. And so that's a build your own program. Right. And so we have Teachers for Tomorrow, which is a dual enrolled, so you get college credit for it. It's taught by Miss Sue Kelly, and it trains those folks to become teachers. So if you're interested in becoming a teacher, you take the Teachers for Tomorrow class. They go over to the elementary schools and work with the elementary school teachers, or if they're interested in teaching high school or middle school, we place them in those schools. If they're interested in working in math or special education, so we're able to do that, and then they can go away. And if they agree to come back to Warren County High School to teach for a couple of years, then they get a lot of monetary, reward for that. Yes, monetary incentives.
They're like growing your own replacement, so to speak. And I thought it was a really good program because basically they can dual enroll and start their college education as a junior and literally get their degree in 2 years.
Yes.
And get right back out in the workforce.
It's a great program.
So it's a 2-year jump.
Yeah.
Plus you kind of know if you really want to do it or not.
And they take the parapraxis or parapro praxis, which allows them to be able to be an instructional aide in any building. So they pass that test as part of that Teachers for Tomorrow class. Right. So they can graduate high school and immediately come back with a job as an instructional assistant while they're going to school to get their teaching degree.
It's a great program.
Yeah,
I wanted to
wonderful.
get that plug in, let people know. We put that up. We got a lot of response. People reading that story said, "Hey, thumbs up." It's a great program.
Because we rely so much these days on career switchers and things like that, and getting them into career switcher programs. Those are folks who don't have any education classes or background, and so they're switching from the workforce into education, and so a lot of that is on the job training, and some folks can really jump into it. Some folks find out, hey, I really want to teach, and then they get in front of those kids, and
no, I don't.
so some of those kind of programs to get them before that, and to really help them, because we really want to build that desire to want to be an educator, because it's such an important job.
And I think we need to instruct our school-age children that learning is a lifelong event.
Absolutely.
It doesn't end at high school or college or anything else, and it's a continuing process. So.
Yeah, we talk a lot of times too about, especially in our office, mistakes are this is the time to make mistakes, because you have that safety net of us, and we can talk about it, and we can work on growing from those mistakes. You're 14, 15 years old. You're going to make mistakes.
Right.
I'm 47. I'm going to make mistakes on a daily basis.
Well, you don't grow from successes. You grow from mistakes.
Exactly.
You learn from the mistakes. That's how you learn. And so, if you don't make mistakes, you're not going to learn anything.
Exactly.
That's right.
You'll be like a 16-year-old. You know everything.
Right. No.
I got one of those.
Well, there's a lot of great things going on at Warren County High School. We appreciate all the hard work that you do there. It shows. And I wanted to congratulate you on that. So we want to remind people, tomorrow, December 2nd, is the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Starts at 4 o'clock. We're going to see the high school bands in it this year. That's great. The cheerleaders will be in it. December 9th is your holiday bazaar at Warren County High School from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Correct.
At 3 o'clock-ish is the chorus program at Warren County High School. The 17th is the band program at Warren County High School.
Got it.
So, and then the last day of school is the 21st, and then you'll have your kids at home with you for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds fun.
And tomorrow is the pancake breakfast at Warren County High School, 6 a.m.
Yeah, well, you guys are really popular.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate again everything you do, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.